Mm-hmm.
You are live.
Deuces, Bruces.
They're watching you.
I kind of want to hook that mic up.
What? I don't think you need the mic. When you had the mic on.
It's too much, huh? It
Yeah,
just captures everything.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like it was anything better.
Mm.
Like when I noticed, like when I was looking back on it or watching it, I'm like, I didn't see any difference. I don't think you need it.
Yeah. Yeah, the mic is not too bad, but at least that one is like hypersensitive, so it catches a lot of things.
That's good for when you go.
You just don't have anywhere to sit the phone because
it's so big.
Yeah.
But I think that mic is good. It's meant for when you go like out somewhere. I think the mic is good.
What's up, Banana Rider? How's the volume sound to you, Ryder? It's probably good right now. We're in the house,
good.
and
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not far away.
Quit tripping.
He said, "How many mics do you rip on a daily?" Shit, if I could help it, none at all.
Apparently not enough, Banana Rider. Jesus.
Kind of wish I was a hip hop artist so I can just rip up the microphone. I ain't no joke. Moser is now in the house.
Oh, I'm so tired.
What's Arizona like? You just flew out to Arizona. I don't know what that's all about.
What is it? What do you call it? How do you say it?
Twirl.
I'm twirling
Yeah.
my pigtails.
Lost her damn mind. What's up, Davey?
That's all they get. Oh, no. Lamar said record-breaking rain.
Oh, shit.
That's not good.
So what? Oh, yeah, you did say it was calling for floods out there. What's up,
Davey
TCO?
said hair. Davey said hair.
Hair.
Hair, because I was
just a little bit.
Hair. Banana Rider said, I saw a pig.
Yeah, bro, that was some random ass shit.
What? Lamar said, I saw the editor's hair.
Just had 5 in the past 2 hours, or the past 2 days.
5 what? Pigs?
Guess so.
Wait, by having pigs, what do you mean by having pigs?
Thanks for the sub.
Because, I don't know. It's kind of weird. What do you mean?
Who knows?
5 what?
5 inches of rain.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought this dude was eating his mushrooms, trying to talk and have a conversation.
Yeah.
What's up, Chrome? Twin Cities Oxygen. No, I'm not really keeping track of the synth news, TCO. I really don't care anymore about gear that comes out. I'm still trying to sell a bunch of my stuff. I don't have gas. I'm doing the great synth purge.
Look, it chipped up here on the top. You see that?
Yeah. I'm doing what they call the great synth purge. I'm purging it all, and I'm just going to streamline.
And we're not going to buy 3 drum machines to equal one.
So Samurai's in the chat now.
That's the only reason why I said it.
My boy said, we just watched the Samurai show. If you don't know Synth Samurai, check him out. But he said, the Roland TR-1000's coming out. I have a remedy for it. He said,
I forget what 3 machines.
The TR-6S, the Lindrum from Behringer, and the Arturia drum machine. I'm like, my boy, that's 3 different drums.
When you could just buy one.
Well, you could just buy one. What's going on, bruh?
I think there was something in his coffee. Or maybe his coffee didn't kick in quite yet.
But that TR-1000 might be the lick if it's analog. It better not just be the filter.
Hey, irrelevant coffee table. Nice to see you back,
Oh
man.
yeah, Peter.
Yeah, haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. I'm a TR-8S. I'm a rolling fanboy. I'm a ride that wagon. All right, TCL. So that's one thing I could say.
Yeah, Lamar.
I'm
Supposedly it's
looking for.
analog. Lamar
Yeah,
is saying
but
it.
supposedly a big portion of it is analog. Right now, the TR-8S is pure digital, but I've imported some analog sounds, but it's pure digital. The Lindrum, however, is a nice. I thought about getting it, but I changed my mind.
Oh, TCO is saying that the TR-1000 will have analog power cord only.
Oh.
Oh, gee.
Let's hope it's just all rumors and no one really knows, and they are listening to people, and people want more authenticity. Look, for that price for the TR-1000, it suggests that there's going to be something analog about it, right? I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah, but don't go buy 3 machines to make up one.
Don't go buy 3. And Banana Rider, it's the great synth purge. Purge it all.
You know what that means? When you go buy 3 machines to make up one, that's 3 more problems. That's 3 more setups. That's 3 more connections. That's
more cabling.
3 more. Yep.
You're missing 3 more tracks on your mixer. Which, if you're like me, your drums are stereo, so you're taking up more than one track. It's the great purge. I suggest right now, everybody, if you're hoarding synthesizers and there's someone out there who would like to play something you're hoarding and you're not playing, get out there and sell it. Sell it and put it into a person's hands that's going to do something with it.
Okay, so I just looked it up and I went on ChatGPT, which is my favorite to go to because it researches all of the internet to get you the most condensed answer. It says, so I asked it if the Roland TR-1000 is going to be analog. The answer it gave is, that's a good question. Based on what's currently known, no. The Roland TR-1000 does not appear to be purely an analog instrument.
So, well, I don't know why they got that price then. What's up, the machines, Juan? Happy birthday to the little boy.
So it's expected to be a hybrid device, combining digital modeling via ACB and possibly analog elements with filters, effects, etc.
Analog filter.
Yep, rather than being fully analog drum machine.
Okay, well, we're just going to have to sit and wait and see what happens. Straight up. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. We got a little, hopefully if things go right, my brother and I have a little secret weapon we're about to bust out here, but we're not going to do it until after the 365. And
was that the one that you and I found?
Yeah.
Okay. You told Lamar about that?
Yeah. And it's going to take us to a whole new destination. But I won't spill any more beans on that. We have to see if it pans out. If it don't pan out, then I look like a jackass.
I think it will.
It should pan out.
Yeah.
Once I tried to sell my synths, but the machines won. That's how it go, bro. It's like sometimes, I was gonna sell my Martin guitar. It's a Marquis series. I was gonna sell it. And say, fuck it. I'm selling it. But she convinced me to play more.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play more.
Especially when you do that one chord progression that you were practicing that.
Yeah.
Like, oh God. You were just doing it the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh It literally stopped me in my tracks from what I was doing in the kitchen. I was like,
Yeah.
I remember.
Moser
that.
505 says, just put a year behind that guitar and it all will be good. So yeah, I'll keep the Martin Marquise. I was playing it and I was like, man, I remember, and I know if I hooked up one of my Strymon pedals to it, or the Mood Mark II, thing would sound pretty. Nah, bro, I ain't keeping the Hydra. Fuck that Hydra.
Hydra.
That Hydra can fuck off.
Polyphonic aftertouch.
The Sub 37 is gonna fuck off. The Solar 42F is gonna fuck off.
Well,
I've already made origami boats for those synthesizers to just fuck off.
Well, one just got fucked off. It shipped already.
Yeah. Oh, I
yesterday.
sold the 505 Mark One yesterday.
That
So I'm getting close to the goal I want to be at.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna take time to sell, but I'm sure I'll get them off. I got them fairly cheap on there, so if
Not
anybody
super cheap, but comparable with what's
where you would choose mines first because I
Yeah.
just said it,
just right.
right. We're not looking to gouge anybody.
No.
We just need to make moves. I need to make moves and change up some shit that best fits my feng shui.
Machines One just said he sold his Hydra.
See, he sold his. He like, fuck off.
This dude. Hey, Vicky.
What's up, Vicky?
Uncle Chrome.
Chrome. What happened today? So, we got called out for a new client today.
Today was crazy.
And it was like it was nowhere near the craziest thing I've seen on a horse. But it's like top 20. It was nothing interesting like that. It's just we have new tools and
the horse itself with the problems it had,
yeah,
it's not like what we would classify as severe case.
a severe case.
Or anything that we've
But it did have some issues.
and never seen before.
I could see where the frustrations lie on a client.
What was severe was what people have been doing to this poor client and just taking advantage.
Right.
That there, I think for today is the most frustrating of all.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the big reason why I joined in the blacksmith farrier game. It's because I know what it's like to be a client and not have answers and have a crippled horse because people aren't educating themselves. So what I did years ago was educate myself. My brother and I took it further than him. He went into the law enforcement route, and we decided to put an end to the he say, she say about things and go get that real life experience. And when we got to this new client today, right when I saw this horse, I was like, okay, I know what needs to happen to correct it. It's just because you see it so many times. And now, here's the issue. When you're not educated, if you're an electrician, if you're a plumber, if you're a contractor, if you're whatever, if you're a James Dyson or a Kent Spunk, how do you explain 20 some odd years to a client in 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Because those are the windows you normally have to work with before they're lost like goldfish, right? So a few years ago, I had a horse come to me in a bad condition. Like this horse should have never been trailered to us. The horse should have been shot dead right where it stood.
So it came to us with the rescue that we were working with.
Yeah.
The lady had no idea the condition this horse would be traveling in. Had she known, she would have never allowed it, for one.
Right.
But just so people know perspective, the horse was traveling from Wyoming to Washington State.
Right.
In the condition that they...
And it was a horrible condition. So this was that horse that traveled to us.
And yes,
Okay.
that is a real leg from a
And
real horse.
this is a leg I physically cut off of the horse. I sent this limb to New York years ago, and this lady does magic. She cured the feet, and she cut it so I can use this horse as an educational piece.
Real quick before you continue,
Yeah.
this this will be for another podcast, but the story of us walking in with 2 live limbs that we just cut off of a horse in a garbage bag,
Wrapped in newspaper.
wrapped in newspaper to preserve it, and walking into the shipping facility, literally everybody stopped working
Yeah.
to figure out how to ship it.
Right.
That's a story all on its own.
So
Who is that page? No, you can't borrow it for $20. Sorry.
so what this client was dealing with, let's see if you guys can see this. An issue with this bone here, the navicular bone.
Yeah, you can see it. Good.
She was dealing with an issue with, we call this bone here P3. And the horse was dealing with pedal osteitis. Now I'm going to show you the x-ray we took today. But when the horse is dealing with pedal osteitis, the bone starts to be necrotic. Because down here, there's a circumflex artery that runs all the way up.
Brittle in layman's terms.
Right? And once that circumflex artery is compromised, the passage gets narrow. So it can't squirt out blood anymore.
TCO said this escalated quickly.
So when this bone can't get blood anymore, because we've compromised the circumflex artery, it starts to lose nourishment and deteriorate fast. And it becomes necrotic. So when this bone becomes necrotic, so shall follow the horny growth, which is the lamina and the hoof wall, will grow dead as well. Therefore, just leaving you with a dead apex of this bone.
Machines once said, bro, you Hannibal with it.
Straight up, bro. Straight up Hannibal. I mean, I'm not eating this motherfucker, but yeah, you. So what happens then is that the bone starts to die and it starts to back away, and you start seeing chips and pieces come off the bone. And then you see the navicular bone starts to calcify, and it starts to, have
like
arthritis.
bone spears. Like
Bone spurs.
Spurs, yeah. Like you
Which
have in your foot.
bone spurs turns into exostosis, and the exostosis starts to wear and tear on the deep digital flexor tendon, almost shearing at it. And all up through this tendon is also causing lesions up in here, which adds to navicular disease.
The machines once said, damn, I didn't know you were a nerd, bro. Yeah, Lamont
Bro.
and I stay in the books.
Bro, I ain't done. Hang on, let me get to the point here. So her horse is dealing with this, right? And it's dealing with a little bit of this. But I could see that, and I was like, okay, we need to get an x-ray and figure out how I'm going to trim your horse, right? So that's one thing. When we looked at the horse had, this may not make sense to 99.9% of you people, so I'll make it short. It had a horseshoe on with a pad. And it had a filament on the inside. And the shit they put on this horse made 0 sense. It didn't even fucking fit the hoof. It was just stupid. It was just ignorance. And so I was like, okay, look, whenever you're trying to figure something out, no matter if it's a horse, a human, or anything, always go back to the basics. Go back to your foundations. and start there and just correct the foundational points. We pulled the shoe off of the hoof, which kind of looked like this hoof, to be honest. The heels were ran forward. The heels were all the way up here. Bilateral.
Which means both sides.
And so we have to bring the heels all the way back here. You can't do that in one trim. It takes a long time to do it. But as soon as we took the shoe and the pad and all of the gunk from out of here, out of these bars, the horse immediately started to lick and chomp.
Which is a sign of relief, pleasure, happiness. It feels good. For a horse, that's how they show that sign.
So
234 said horse abuse. Yeah, pretty much.
it was, well, okay. I'm going to disagree with horse abuse. What they were telling this client was wrong. And not only what they were telling her was wrong, they were over animating the illness for the horse. And get this.
Which is horse abuse.
But not by her. So let's
no.
get that clear.
No, not
it
by
was
her.
abuse by the professional or so-called professional.
Yep.
But get this. This is where it's gonna fucking get you. Yes. 234 Cheech. It costs money, but what they were charging her was $300 every 6 weeks to repeat the process. And think about that. They did this for 2 years to this woman, and the horse has been in pain for
the whole time.
years.
Yeah.
Ripping her off. So we had to shoot an x-ray to see how we're going to treat it. By the time it's all said and done, Cheech, her bill from us is only going to be $70 every 6 weeks. If it's 6 weeks.
If the horse
it may be $70 every 8 weeks. And people out there, owners need to educate themselves. Okay, I agree to an extent. To educate yourself is a lot of hours and time. What owners should do is educate themselves to the point of knowing who a farrier is and who a backyard shit shoer is. Because we all want to hire a professional. We all want to hire the right plumber, the right electrician, but we don't want to be electricians.
And the right doctor, the right mechanic.
The right doctors, the right mechanics, the right people who fit the bill, right? And we want to have trust in these people, and we want to rely on these people. Because if we're living our own lives, we have our own passion, and we want to put our everything into our passion, not have to go and double check other people's work.
I agree with 234 with his comment of saying like they need to educate themselves, and it does go with owning livestock. Like for perfect example with us, before we got Saren, we educated ourselves on that breed. Right. We knew what to expect. We knew the type of diet he needed, the type of exercise,
but still
the temperament of that breed.
But that's a limited, right? That's limited, and that's doing your research.
But it's not an excuse.
Right. And you can't expect horse owners to be farriers and professionals. I've literally...
No, but educate yourself.
Educate yourself on the foundation. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, if we had to do something with Saren, a surgery or medication, we wouldn't be able to do that. But we educated ourselves on the basis of, okay, this breed tends to have hip dysplasia and this and this and that. So it's your job as a pet owner to not do certain things when they're a puppy.
Right. Yeah. Foundations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and Lamar is saying, just know your basics.
Yep.
Yeah. Horse owners should do at least. Yes.
Yes. Yep.
100% with what you guys are saying. Now, did she do that? I believe she kind of did that, but people steered her wrong.
Yeah.
People were basically telling her,
They swindled her.
no, what you're wrong. And she didn't have the resources to back her knowledge. And they swindled her for two. This is the prime example why
You got back
I
into
got back into this game,
doing farrier stuff.
was to combat the thievery and the foolishness. Like, horses don't have a voice.
Thanks, TCO.
And it's hard for them, I'm sure as a horse, it's hard to explain where the pain is
Yeah.
and what's going wrong with them. So it's going to take a special person to want to spend 2-3 hours at a time making sure you're getting it right.
And we were there a good
And we were there
4
for
hours.
about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And here's the thing with being a farrier. See, even Warhart Arts is saying he owned a horse back in the days, and it was hard to keep professionals in doing the right job.
Warhart Hearts, it not only has 2 legs, it has 4.
Right? And 4 legs means 4 heartbeats, but I won't get into all of that. But it hurts. Being a farrier comes with pain because you're under a 12 or 1,300 pound animal, and when you decide to pick a limb up, it's going to want to put the weight on you, you know, and you have to sit and think, and you're tired, and you're sucking down flies, and it's 110 degrees inside the barn, and you have to get up and go play in the fire and make a shoe and come back and burn it on. It's a lot. It becomes easy when you become a professional, and that's when we make it look easy, but it's still a hard job. So we had to take x-rays of the horse, and we found that there was more to the tail of the tape. So let me show you the x-ray we took.
Oh,
You don't think I know how to do this?
no. That's why I'm always here.
Okay.
I'll hold it and then you can explain.
All right. So let me see. What can
Oh, here.
Okay. So part of her issue, you see this right here, how it's not symmetrical? We'll stop right here to right here. Okay. This is, I'm sure, the medial half of the hoof.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to lose its symmetry right up in here. And then you have this explosive hole right here. That's deterioration of the bone. And then you've almost got some floating parts. Some of this, I believe, is artifact. But, I mean, look at that big hole in that bone right there. Look at these vasal canals, which are responsible for feeding blood and nutrients. They've almost dried up. The widening of these canals is amazing. So this horse has pedal osteitis. Here's the thing that's really crazy is, look at the side bone on this horse. Like literally for a normal horse, the side bone or the collateral cartilage stops about right here. Look at how tall that went. So that's preventing the horse from rotating off his laterals, from going right to left.
And you can't see it because it's very vague, but right here there's a sharp line.
Yeah.
The bone chipped off. That tip chipped off of that side
Right.
bone. So now they have a piece of floating bone in there.
And then right here, you know, it holds some symmetry here. But once again, that wing, that collateral cartilage should be right here. Stop there. Look at how tall that got. So before we took this image, we asked the lady, we said, hey, take your horse and turn your horse from right to left and let us see if this horse is going to articulate the way they should. Horses should be able to cross over. I'll show you another image once she gets it up, but horses should be able to cross over. They should be able to take their hooves and cross over like this. This horse refused to cross over because of those pointy bones that I was showing you. So the horse would do this. When it turned around, short steps. It should be doing this when it turns around. So, yeah, Lamar calls it the shuffle.
And it was a bad.
And so, I
shuffle,
mean,
too.
what do you do for that? There's tons of different treatments you can do for it. One being, you take this portion. Okay, let's just say this is the. Okay, yeah, this is the outside of the hoof wall. Okay, this is away from the horse's body. So what you would normally do for horses like that is you would trim a little bit off, making this side a little bit taller, this side a little bit shorter. Then take your rasp and roll that outside, bevel it as steep as you can. And then the horse, once it hits the ground, let me see if I can. Okay, once it hits the ground, can you guys see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. The hoof can break over easily, not the whole leg, but I'm just trying to show you how it should work here. It should be able to roll off on its lateral without the horse having to really articulate its limbs, because this thing moves. It may look hard, it may look like it doesn't have any articulating points, but when this hoof is alive, this hoof expands, the hoof expands and it contracts. And then this right here is called the frog. That then, once this hoof expands, the frog is exposed to hit the ground. That's heartbeat number one. They have a total of 5 heartbeats.
5, yeah.
The feet, each foot has a frog. And then, of course, the internal major organ, the heart of the horse. The feet are responsible for sending blood back all the way up this limb, back to the body. If the feet don't move, the horse will die, period. If you bought a horse and it just sits in the corral or a stall, or it just sits in the barn and doesn't do anything, that horse is going to die, because they rely on the blood to travel up and down their limbs to spread through the body. If they don't, these hooves, they become poison, full of toxicity. And then that's when you get things like this happening inside.
Almost like somebody who would have diabetes.
A perfect example.
Yeah, so if an individual is living with diabetes, regardless of what type it is, if they just sit around all day, don't move, and just consume whatever type of nutrients. It could be good nutrients, but if you overconsume them, then your limbs are going to start dying because you have an excess amount of sugar in your body, and your body can't process it fast enough. They can't use it up. So it shoots it down to the limbs that the body in the mind thinks, we don't need, we can live without these, which is what? Your feet, your legs, same thing with the horse. Unfortunately, with the horse, they will die if they don't have their feet.
No hoof, no horse.
And real quick, TCO said, I love your backsplash.
Oh yeah, we still not done with that, my boy.
Okay, here we go. So this is the other foot.
Okay, so you can see symmetry here. It's not as bad as the other one. Yeah, there's a little bit of jaggedness going on around here, but there's symmetry, and it's better off. It's
not as deteriorated as the other one.
However, the navicular bone, if you look at the iliac crest here, it's got a little bit of arthritis going on in there.
Not too crazy.
But it's not too crazy.
The spacing is good.
And on the lateral views, you can actually see some windows in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we're back with this
side bone
again.
And then you can see on
this is where it should stop.
Mm-hmm.
And look how tall this side. This is what's preventing the horse from going to its lateral side, away from the body, or its medial side. This causes pain because this bone here interferes.
It's touching. It's bone on bone.
It's bone on bone contact, and the horse is like, ow, fuck. And what we can't see is maybe there might be some sharp points in there where it could be running alongside some sensitive tissue.
And then wait, hold on. So if you see that C-looking image on the bone, that's just because a piece of the bone fell off. That's why it looks like a C.
All right, and then we have the same thing here. This is the medial side. Or actually, this is the lateral side.
Yeah.
This is the lateral side. And
Again,
it should stop here, so it's not as hellacious, but here's what happened. It's deceiving. It grew here.
and then it chipped off again.
But then it chipped off. Then you got what we call a floater.
And so theoretically speaking, it should stop right here. It should end there, not continue growing all the way up.
And I use a word for this. I always say
Your famous word.
this is hellacious. These are hellacious.
Yeah.
And then here, the navicular bone. It's probably got more arthritis on this one than the other one. But is it a fix? And it's an offset capsule. Look at how offset this capsule is.
Uncle Crow said floaters in any contest are never good.
But yeah, that's what we dealt with today. And you know, she looked at us and she said, you know, I could tell she wanted to know the prognosis to her horse. What? She wants to sell this horse.
And it's a good, I mean, the x-rays may not seem like it's a good prognosis, but like he said in the beginning, we've seen worse.
Mm-hmm.
And the horse has a really great prognosis.
Right.
You just have to know how to balance it right.
Yeah. And she wants to sell a horse. So you guys can guess as to why she wants to sell a horse. Because the horse is lame. It's not doing what she hoped that it would do. The horse is only 10 years old. So when we were done with the horse and we finished up and we're, you know, packing our stuff up, I told her, I said, you know, in maybe a year or less, this horse is going to be a phenomenal horse. It won't be lame anymore.
I suspect she may not end up selling it.
And she may not even sell a horse, y'all.
Yeah.
She may just be like, oh, snap, I found a real farrier. That I found someone that can just nerd out on this and give me answers.
Yeah.
The one thing we didn't know, I think we was being tested, y'all.
I think, yeah, we for sure were being
I
tested.
think we were being tested. Why do we say that, Daryl?
Well, because we were. We had met a farrier here in the States, and he was on vacation, and a client of his needed to be done right away. He wasn't in town, and they were that weekend we're going to a show. So it was a dire need. He gave us a call, asked us if we could do him a solid, go down there, take care of these horses for him. And of course, Lamont said, yeah, because that's what you do. That's what you do in that brotherhood of farriers. You help each other out. And so, but what we think happened was, we think it was just a test because this individual is soon retiring and he needed to know for sure, is he as good as I suspect him to be?
Mm-hmm.
And we went out, we did, was it 4?
3 horses.
3 horses. One of them was a little mini, cutest thing ever. And then turns out that this wonderful lady that we met today is the mother of the daughter of the lady that we went to go do the favor for. So in our mind, we're like, oh, that was a test.
Yeah, we thought we were walking in on a blind client.
Yeah.
And it turned out, and the way she said it was like,
She was like, oh, no, I know.
I know, that's my daughter. And it was like, oh, so if you know who we are and you didn't want to acknowledge that in the
Right,
beginning.
in the beginning.
You
She kept
just
it
she
to
was
herself.
she totally kept things to herself
Yeah.
until it was done, and she was like, all right,
In which, we're not offended by it at all. We're not
no,
offended to being tested because we're gonna treat every single client exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. Our motto never changes, our education only gets better, and we always tell the clients the truth.
you're right. What's
Always.
up? What's up, Trader to the Living? Go back and watch it if you kind of lost. But
Elko Chrome said, I bet she's happy to meet you and have a sense of hope. Yeah.
yeah, it's funny, Chrome, when she didn't say it, right? But you could see her wheels turning like, wait, do I even have to sell this horse?
Yeah.
Because I know this horse. I know what it can do. I know what was causing it. Now I know what was causing it.
Right.
Its ailment.
And when she was riding it, it would misstep or take a misstep, and so which made her nervous because she is an older lady.
She's 66 years old.
And she's still riding. Good for her for
Right.
doing that. So, she still has a sense of nerves and being very cautious. And horses are very sensitive creatures and they pick up on that.
Right.
And if you're not a confident rider, it takes the horse's confidence away as well.
Right.
And so they both knew it. They both knew that they weren't confident in each other, and she rode that way. She performed that way for her.
Yeah.
But I bet now that she's gonna feel better, she's gonna work better, she's gonna have the confidence in herself to be able to give the owner, the rider, the confidence that they need.
Right. And if this horse needs anything done in the future for whatever riding she wants to do, it's safe to say we got all the bells and whistles for her. I don't think she's going to keep the horse because some things will never be corrected. They can only be treated. But rest assured, when I showed her this, and then when I opened it up and we started to talk about it, and she can have visual representation as to what I'm talking about, you could see that in her mind, she was like, I've never had anybody from this profession do anything like that at all. No one took the time out to explain it to her and actually show her.
Right.
They were just slapping shit on, charging her $300 fucking dollars every 6 weeks.
So sickening.
And got down the road. And that was that.
And was good with it, yeah.
Oh, it just pissed us off, and it was like, why? What? I mean, I don't understand some people.
There's no need.
We can't just do everything for money. Like this, the system is broken.
And we get, like, everybody does have to make a living, and they do it to make money, but at the end of the day,
what's up, Doom?
You don't have to take advantage of people because they're not as educated or easily influenced.
Right.
That's where, like, I draw the line. Like,
right.
That's fucked up.
They manipulated her.
Don't do that.
Into putting this stuff on her horse, and they took advantage of her knowledge, and she's not a farrier. It's the same thing with the synthesizer world and the guitar world and the bass guitar world and drums and like, if people have an agenda, they're going to want you to see their agenda. It's the same in the media and politics and judicial systems.
I mean, okay, perfect.
The food industry, the drug industry.
Perfect example. It happened to me last year. I was dealing, I'm sure a lot of you know, I was dealing with extreme back pain 24/7. I was on heavy medication for the pain, went to a pain specialist who I thought was a really good pain management doctor. Turns out that he was just one of those swindlers. Had a conveyor belt of people coming in and out of the hospital, getting procedures done that probably didn't even need to be done just so he can make money.
Right.
And until I found a doctor who really cared and listened to me is when my back pain finally went away. And the procedure that was done on my back with this other doctor wasn't needed. Absolutely wasn't needed because it wasn't even the area that I was experiencing pain. So it goes with any industry, like just have some sort of morals
Right.
in your job.
Right. Because it just costs people more problems, more issues, more money. And you know, when the wife started to experience all these back issues and the doctors kept getting it wrong because they weren't thorough, she started to pick up weight because she couldn't work out and take care of her body properly. And that adds to another issue. And that's the same thing that happens with horses.
Yep.
If they have an issue the doctors can't figure out, the horse is not going to progress forward. It's going to want to stay still. And then they're going to want to keep feeding the horse. And it's going to have weight issues. And that's going to add to other issues.
Back issues.
Shoulder issues. And limbs start to compensate for other limbs. And it just takes someone to actually stop what they're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. But sometimes I ain't gonna make money. And sometimes this shit ain't funny. And no, it's not a dance.
Oh my God.
This is your chance to do the hump. I'm just saying.
Are you really trying to, you really just did that?
I did.
Yeah.
Are you trying to come past the camera?
No, you're good.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
go that way and you can't even see me.
Yeah. So that's what happened today. I think, you know, if you're a professional in any business and you go out and you serve the public, you need to do it right and be accountable. And don't swindle people out of money and don't fuck people over. There's plenty of people doing that already in our governments. We already live in a world of unbalance, and it's going to take people like us who still hold on to the tradesmen jobs and go out and do a service for the people. Sometimes it's not about the fucking money. What's up, Donald Duck? What's up, Viral Beats? What's up, This World Needs a Hero? Sometimes it just takes people to do the right thing. Now, I don't know what goes on in someone's mind, but every time I show up to a new client, the first thing I do is probably talk myself out of money.
Every time. I don't know it's talking yourself out of money, but rather you're doing it for the horse at the end of the day.
I'm doing it for the horse, the person that doesn't have a voice.
Not even for the client. You're doing it for the horse because sometimes clients are so fixated on, no, my horses need shoes no matter what. And we're like,
no, it doesn't.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Sometimes I would go in there and do some work for free just to show the client what the fuck I'm talking about. And then once they can see, they go, oh, and then I charge them from there. Like there's just ways you need to run a business. You know, sometimes to get your point across is don't put money in front of it. Show people. If you're gonna, like, if you go to a studio and you want to record an album and you're putting your album in the hands of an engineer and a producer and you're saying, help me get this done. And if they don't have any questions for you in return, they just take their style and their shit and they say, well, here you go. It's a problem. But if you go into a studio where there's an engineer and a producer and you say, let's get this done, the engineer and the producer should be like, they should be like, what you want to do? What's your style? What do you hear? What do you want from us? How can we do this for you? You direct us and we'll help you get there. That's what professionals should be. So when we show up to a client's house, we're like, yo, I just came from a horse. This is a new horse. I'm not going to do the same thing for the last horse. What are you doing? What do you need done? How are we approaching this? You should be able to have those answers. What's up, George G's? George G's at a car show. Can't hear shit, but he's still up in this bitch.
Wasn't he at a concert one time?
George G's is fucking everywhere.
He had us in the background.
Don't worry, he can't hear us. What did Rabbit say? I need to gel my Sweetwater rep to do the same. Hey, you know, Rabbit, that's the thing. Like, this is why I like my Sweetwater rep. Nick Magnani. Nick won't sell me anything that doesn't make sense for me.
Yep. And he's actually saved you a ton of money because he was like, you don't need that. You're not buying that. That's not going to work for you. Or I know your style and you're not going to like this.
Right.
Yeah. He's done it plenty of
Yep.
times.
Nick knows, nope, it's too much menu diving. Nope, there's a learning curve. Nope, this doesn't have any workflow. No, this is not for you. You're not buying this. Damn, Viral said he still didn't get his candy. And that's fucked up, Viral. I'll fucking talk to your rep about that. They should send you a box. This World Needs a Hero says, I've changed horseshoes before. I felt bad the first time having to cut and scrape down there, bending the horse's leg and holding that leg while prying on his foot. Fun stuff. It is. Once you know what you're doing, and once you know that it's a science to it, oh, it gets addicting. I'm addicted to
Who
it.
said that?
This World Needs a Hero.
Oh, nice.
But you know, I wouldn't expect anything else from him.
Right. Yeah.
This World, are you still living on the res or are you off the res, bro? Maybe I asked that already. Trader to the Living, he's an electrician. I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure Trader to the Living goes out there and he sees shoddy work from other electricians going, why? Why would you do this?
Can you imagine?
You know?
Well, especially with electricity. That's
Right.
scary.
I'm sure we probably got a plumber in this damn chat somewhere that just goes, fuck, why would you route this home like this?
You know what would be cool? I just thought of it now from this conversation. It'd be cool to do a live stream and invite people in and call it Nightmares You've Seen on Your Job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or the face palms of your job.
Right. Yeah.
What were
That's
you
a good
thinking,
idea. Yeah, that's a
right?
good idea.
And
Yeah.
just invite people in to give us one or two stories of what they've seen on the job, and it's something unbelievable.
Trader to the Living said all the time. He sees that shit all the
See?
time. This world is off the res. Oh, okay. You off the res, my boy.
That'd be a great little.
George Jesus is an electrician too. As an electrician, I see shoddy hack work all the time. Always hire a license. And that's the thing in the Farriery world.
Always hire a area.
I'm going to be more expensive if I have to come in after somebody who did a fucked up job.
To fix it.
And for however long it was fucked up by them for a horse, it takes the same amount of time to get it right. So if that shit was done for 3 years, it's probably going to take 2 or 3 years to get it right on the horse behalf. If it has the time and the proper age to still be functional. It's cheap when you call me out first. Yeah. The cheap fix always the most expensive. Yep.
Amen to that.
And then people like George G's and Trader to the Living have to come in and rework shit and charge more. I missed what you said, Space Capsule. I thought I saw something about farm in there. I farm near Loss. Oh, wait. Near lost a tooth on that bit of honey I was chewing. Oh, okay, never mind. I see what you were saying. But yeah, you know, I think for those of us who have that tradesman type job, we need to be held accountable at all times. We need to always make sure we're doing the job right. At the end of the day, people depend on us. Their livelihood depends on us. You never know what somebody's going through, bro. Like you don't know how much money they have. You don't know if they like trying to feed like 5 kids and they're barely making their their mortgage or their rent, whatever the issue is. And then here you come fucking them over and gouging them. You know, we can't do that. We have to take ourselves and put ourselves in the client's shoes most of the time and go, okay, what am I looking at here? But no matter what, if you stay authentic and you do your job right, you never have to worry about anybody coming back on you saying, this is a shit guy. Because you've done your job right. You're not working off some kind of fucking script. And when this woman saw how the wife and I worked, it was exactly as it was when someone else told her about us. Because we're honest people. If you stay honest, you ain't got nothing to fucking hide. Upstate, downstate. What's up, Tony? We owe it to each other. And I think the wife is right. Maybe we should, in the future, have a phone call setting where tell us how, you don't have to be a tradesman, but just tell us some of the, what you call it?
The horror stories that they saw at the job, on the job.
On-site horror stories.
The facepalm, I can't believe.
I would love to hear what Trader and George G's have seen out there and how they, have y'all ever seen anything that could potentially burn a house down?
That's scary.
What's up, attorney? Let me know that. Like, that's fucked up. Please don't tell me y'all walked in on shit where it was so faulty it could have just burned someone's house down. That would be fucking crazy. But this is why I keep this limb on me from here off. This is why I cut these limbs off of the horse. This is why. Because some people aren't going to understand what you're saying, and it's always to have great visual representation. This is why I'll always keep these limbs on me. Because as a farrier, I'm responsible from the knee all the way down to P3. Straight up. What did George say? Can you read what George says? Yeah. But this is why, y'all. This right here saves the business. And we just invested in an X-ray machine. Bro, we knocking out all the birds with one stone.
Mm-hmm. And when you get a chance, show them the continuous education that we do. So George G says, oh, hell yeah. I went to my brother's house on Wednesday and found cans of worms everywhere. I have to go and rewire
half the house. So he opened up a big ass can of worms.
Oh, that's not
shit
good.
Is bad out there. Damn, George.
I would love for George to come here and look at the wiring on this house.
George, yo, what's it gonna cost for you to travel out here and come look at our house? We got a good electrician.
But he's never around.
Yeah, Sparky is never around.
He's always fucking MIA. The house literally has to practically burn down for him to show up.
Right. George, if we feed your belly and gave you a nice warm bed and all the bourbon you could drink.
Tone, yes we do.
And a couple of $100, could you hook us up, my boy?
Uncle Chrome said George is rewiring my house first.
Fuck, George.
We'll stand in line.
We'll stand in line. George, if you can get out here, or even Trader to the Living. If both of y'all can get out here and help us out, bruh, we'll pay the gas bill. If y'all got horses, I'll help y'all out. It's on me. You got family in the horse game and I can get there within one day? Of traveling, which
we have for the truck.
That's 1,800 miles for me. I can go 1,800 miles in one day. We've done it before.
The bartering system, no problem.
We'll barter our ass off. I'll trade work.
That's crazy. Rewire half of the house.
Damn. And that's his brother, yo.
That's scary. Yep, you just can't cut corners. At the end of the day, you can't cut corners when it affects somebody's livelihood, their well-being.
Right.
You just can't do that. And that goes for animals too. I know Kent would be fucking all over this conversation.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Yeah, Tom Smith said, I know enough to be dangerous. And that's the type of dude you don't want to hire.
And Tone, you were the
and stop doing your electricity, bro.
And Tone is what George D.G's corrects. Is the people like Tone Smith.
Yo, attorney, I don't know if our electricity in the US sucks. It's just certain people don't want to do the job right.
Yeah, because it hurts just like Farriery.
Too many cone heads.
Business. Right? It takes too much time. They want to be in and out.
George said I should be free after November 16th. Let me figure something out. Yo, George, if you come out here and help us, bro.
You all right in my book. I'll make you some tacos.
She'll make you some tacos, some empanadas, menudo,
Arroz y frijoles.
arroz y frijoles, piño gato. Pillo gato?
No.
What is it? Pinto gato.
No.
What is it? Pinto's,
oh my God, now you can't.
Pinto.
Pinto gallo.
Pinto gallo, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Pinto gallo. And pick up Crazy Rabbit on your way in, George. Bring that motherfucker back.
Yeah, he can work too. We'll put him to work. Put the old Crazy Rabbit to work.
Yeah, this world needs a hero be coming in and be like, all right, now I got to go play. Go ahead, hero. Go do you. Stay in that studio, bro. Do your thing. Bedtime for the Hug Monster. Thanks for coming in, Davey.
Bye, Davey.
It's good to see you back. Y'all check out the Hug Monster. Davey the Hug Monster.
Davey, check your email. I have something special coming your way. Probably tomorrow.
Uh-oh. I hope you heard that, Davey, before you checked out. She said, check your email. Yeah, but George, if you can, Trader to the Living says, Indiana, pretty damn far, but see how my schedule is after I get back into, like when y'all, if either George G's or Trader to the Living, when you guys get here, this home was built in 1960.
No, earlier than that. 79, I think. 1979.
Oh, 1979?
Yeah.
And man, we just got a lot of power issues that no one can figure out. Like we shouldn't have.
Or nobody has time.
Or nobody has time to figure out. And you can't trust half the people. But our outlets are shoddy, dude. Like things flicker.
Our lights do the.
Our lights are, I mean, if we got to get a new panel, somebody say something. We'll get a new panel, but, convince us why we're putting our money where we need to put it. And no one's done that. And they charge an arm and a leg because I think they're just people who just want to get out there and take your money, It's just hard. It's hard when you don't know. And so.
Hence the poor lady today.
Hence the poor lady today.
Yeah.
And I truly believe the universe sent us to her, and she's living off of her Social Security, y'all. Like, we immediately gave her discounts.
Immediately.
And told her, you ain't even got to pay us today. That's how we hooked her up. We gave her discounts and said, you ain't even got to pay us today. And you can make installments. I don't even care if you do that shit like $50 at a time. I don't give a fuck. Because at this point, we're here for the horse and we're here for you.
Yep.
And we're here to make your life easier. And if you're just living on Social Security and automatically every 6 weeks, $300 disappears from your account because somebody was fucking robbing you,
Yeah, that's not okay in our book.
Come on.
Sorry.
Can you read what George G said?
Yep. Let's see. Georgie says, sounds about right. A lot of older houses have electrical problems. Out here in the Northeast has a lot of what is called knob and tube dangerous.
Damn. I know if y'all came out, y'all would shoot it to us, right?
Yep.
Damn. Yeah, y'all scaring the shit out of me. Rabbit said, slob on my knob.
Good.
Oh, he heard the track.
Yep.
Y'all go in Discord, go into the crazy rabbit hole. Go into the rabbit hole, listen to that track I sent. I think Crazy Rabbit had a hand in writing that song.
Yeah, this motherfucker. So we get up and we have coffee before we have to get going out of the house to go to this lady's appointment. And I'm minding my own business on my phone like I do every morning and just looking at a Google card, drinking my coffee. All of a sudden, I hear this song play, and I turned and looked at him with that look.
And I looked her dead in the eye as that song was playing. Because all I wanted was the knob to be slobbed.
I was like, what the hell?
Tom Smith said, knob and tube all over this place near me. Thankfully, I don't have it. See, I don't know what y'all talking about.
It must be some
George G's and Trader, y'all gonna have to explain that to me in Discord. And if you guys want me to take a picture or something or send you something, let me know. Trader, I can't read it. It's too small.
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay. Trader said something in George.
Trader said, yeah, the old wiring, no grounds is sketchy. Yeah, for reals.
Keep going now.
George, this one sound. No, I read that one.
All the way down at the bottom. No, yeah, 30.
No, I don't have it yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just have Tone Smith saying that the knob and tube all over the place near him. Oh, thankfully he doesn't have it.
You got to renew yours. I'm gonna try to pull this forward.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, I see it.
Okay.
Okay. He said, yes, no ground. That's why some people set up the studios in their houses and have ground problems. That leads to noisy and dirty recordings. That makes sense.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So the power would cause noise, huh?
Well, yeah, because the
low power.
Yeah, well, no ground. Like if they have
no ground.
Yeah, no stability for the power to come in. Which
so
makes sense.
what do you mean by ground? Is it like dealing with like copper? Is that what? Dealing with copper buried in the ground? See, y'all talking that damn rocket science.
Shit.
Y'all know damn well I didn't graduate high school.
Oh, Trader said he's an industrial electrician.
Oh, okay.
Haven't done residential in decades.
In decades. But is it that far off though, Trader?
Yeah, you would think power is power, right?
I mean, you would think, but I'm not an electrician. I don't know. Maybe George is doing residential.
And here in Indiana, where we live, in the county that we live, we're kind of fortunate because we can pull permits as a contractor, and the people who do work for us don't have to be licensed.
Right, yeah. Which is crazy in itself.
Right.
Oh, Chrome says he has a pipe into the ground. The third prong on your plugs.
Okay.
I can't see that. It's a ground you can have.
Who said that?
Outlets, Tone Smith, that aren't actually grounded.
My feed's refreshing. The third prong on your plugs, it's a ground.
Oh, traders.
You can have outlets that have them but aren't actually grounded. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Trader to the Living says, nah, residential is way easier.
Oh, okay.
In a circuit,
you have hot, usually black, red, blue wire, neutral, white wire, and ground, a green wire. The green is usually missing in older houses or buildings.
damn.
That's scary. Should we unscrew one of these and see what color wire?
The more you know.
Jeez. What if we do a live rewiring? We do all the work, and then George G's online just tells us, okay, now pull this wire.
It'd be like
Now cut this.
it'd be like diffusing the bomb, right?
Right? Yeah.
No, and for one, my ass is way too big to try to squeeze up in our attic.
That'd be fucking hilarious if we did that.
Yeah.
And George would be like, no, that was a typo. I didn't mean that one. God damn it.
House on fire and shit.
We just knocked down the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, quick. Tom Smith says, the quick way to die on stream.
Exactly. That's probably not
Look,
a good idea.
I stick to this, y'all. I'm going to stick to this. And y'all walk us through it when y'all get here. But I'm sticking to this right here.
Yeah, that'd probably be a smart idea.
I can figure this out.
That would be funny as hell, though, that stream.
I can figure that shit out. But yeah, this is like the wife certified and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Nutrition for horses. She went to the Michigan University and got educated. And we still got to read books this thick. Probably like once every 2 years, something changes.
I got educated.
Here's another one. It's probably coming in backwards, but
it's okay. But show them how thick it is.
Look at how thick this shit is. That's just different lamenesses and what you need to look for in front and back. Pages are front and fucking back, son. Money. You got to read shit like this constantly. You just can't go to Chat GPT. You get on scene, you got to be like, yo, I think these bones right here is fucking with this bone here and this bone here. This bone connected to the hip bone. Hip bone connected to the femur bone. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. Shit's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
See if y'all can get a better view. It's fucked up in so many ways. That's why I cut this damn thing off this horse so I can show clients. It's fucked up in so many ways. So many. And close that bitch back. All this damn toe action on the horse. Yeah, fuck this horse up so bad I had to cut the limbs off, y'all. That's the type of world we're living in. And using it for goddamn educational purposes. But I think we're going to get out of here. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to continue to beat a dead horse.
Yeah, that was a bad joke.
With his own limb.
Jesus.
But yeah, George, you might be the closest to us. I know Trader is way the fuck out there, but I don't know. Maybe Trader might come out. Maybe George and Trader might come out to Monkey Island and rewire all of Monkey Island.
Pick up Crazy Rabbit on your way in.
Pick up Crazy Rabbit, y'all, please.
We'll put him to work.
And if that's something you guys do, let us know if that's something we can look at in the future, maybe next year. I don't know. There's some things I want to build, and I need power ran to them. So maybe we can just figure it out when you guys get here. That would be dope. But shit, thank y'all for stopping in. Anybody going live tonight?
I gave you a little. Remember in school you used to do the little bunny ears when somebody took a picture?
Are we going in the studio tomorrow?
Probably.
Yeah, we're going to the studio tomorrow. See what we can't figure out.
For now, I need to go sit my ass down.
Yeah, she needs to get off of her knee. Got a bum knee. But thanks for tuning in. Viral Beats. I hope you get your candy, boy. Oh, you're going to do the hardware jams. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Isn't it all FM? Like everything is FM?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. George G say, I deal with everything depending on the job.
I'll make you some tacos.
She's gonna make you some tacos, the Costa Rican style, homeboy.
You'll be eating good, so.
You'll be eating good up in the neighborhood. Damn, so you would have to bring your fucking work truck, huh, George? I hope it's a comfortable truck. It seems like you spend a lot of time in your truck, bruh. He said something way.
There we go, look.
I know it's some goddamn Puerto Rican shit.
All right, let me see. Hold on, it's not refreshing.
Yeah, Chrome, is that
Órale, way.
Orale way.
He said something, wait.
You got anything coming up, Chrome? Trader, are you going live? Anybody going live right now? I think This World Needs a Hero might be going live. I don't know. I can't check my feed right now. But yeah. Y'all take care of each other. We're going to get out of here.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, y'all.
Thanks for joining in.
Love, boy.
Bye-bye.